So the Chicago street race in NASCAR is very much a controversial topic. Some people love it, a lot of people hate it. Some people label this as not being true NASCAR, while others accept that to grow the sport in emerging markets and markets where traditionally NASCAR has not been as strong, to have a variety of races, whether it be oval races, road courses, street circuits, or anything else in between, you have to have races like Chicago. Now, Chicago has definitely delivered when it comes to drama, but like I said, not all NASCAR fans are a fan of it. They don't think it's proper NASCAR racing because it is, of course, not taking place on an oval. They don't class it as true NASCAR racing because it's not on an oval, where NASCAR traditionally does take place, and indeed most of the circuits on the NASCAR calendar are ovals, this not being one of them though. But the future of the Chicago street race in NASCAR is unclear, it's uncertain. Now, of course, we've got it coming up this weekend, so it may well be the case that a contract extension does get announced with NASCAR. It would not be unlike a major sporting series to do something like this. We see it in Formula 1 a lot. Obviously, the Austrian Grand Prix contract was extended with Formula 1, with, of course, that race taking place last weekend. But let's have a look at what NASCAR's saying when it comes to Chicago, and obviously the city of Chicago itself in Illinois. What are they saying about extending this race into the future? So NASCAR in Chicago signed a deal in 2022 to hold 3 races in Chicago between 2023 and 2025. The last of those, of course, coming up this weekend. Now, reportedly, there are 2 options to be able to extend the Chicago street race beyond 2025, but neither are actually set in stone just yet. Indeed, the mayor of Chicago has basically been saying, let's just enjoy 2025. Let's enjoy it for what it's worth, which again, you can take those words and those feelings one way or the other. Now, the first of these 2 options when it comes to extending the Chicago street race is actually to change what part of the year this race takes place on. Currently, right now, it's taking place around the 4th of July weekend. And that is something that the Chicago city would, of course, prefer because it would put less stress on the authorities. Obviously, the 4th of July weekend being so busy for the emergency services, getting them to also be there in force when it comes to this race as well, in addition to their regular duties, is obviously a lot to ask. So Chicago would want to move it to another point in the year. And the other option is, of course, just to keep it as it is, really, but that would be more difficult for the emergency services, and it's something that Chicago is not keen on as well. What would happen if the Chicago street race actually goes off the calendar? Well, there are rumours potentially that they could go back to the Chicagoland Speedway potentially, which I don't think is particularly likely personally. There's a reason why they left there at the end of the day. I think the much rumoured Southern Californian street race would replace it instead. San Diego have reportedly got close to making a deal with NASCAR to bring NASCAR to the streets of San Diego in 2026. That is according to The Athletic. And from what I understand as well, when it comes to NASCAR, I think they do want another street race. They don't want to get rid of street races from the calendar. They would want something to replace Chicago and be a street race. And San Diego, and apparently San Diego are the front runners for that. But yeah, guys, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about the Chicago street race? Should it stay on the calendar? Should we replace it with San Diego? Should we replace it with an oval instead? I want to hear what you have to say on this as always, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you want to see more like this, and have a fantastic day wherever in the world today, and we'll see you very soon.